Alright, welcome to a brand new video of the Target Individual Program, Target Individual Experience. So I'm on my way to see the kids. Yesterday was pretty bad, so didn't go see them yesterday. But anyway, as I got it this morning, you know, they started with a noise campaign, fire trucks, police. Then after I finished, I spoke with about an hour or two later. I spoke with Pam, let her know that I'll be leaving at a certain time. Again, after I spoke with her, they started the noise campaign. Then they started doing the microwaving inside the home, remote monitoring. Again, using my sister. You know, she's stressing her words. You know, it's time. I gotta leave on time. I keep repeating. And then I gotta get the bus. On the bus. You know, keep repeating the same thing, right? And as I come out my bedroom, she was in the kitchen sitting down. She gets up, looks at me. Then my grandniece, again, you start to see them staring at my chain with my pendant. You know, they don't, they hate the fact that, you know, I reject their bullshit, religion, Christianity. So they're upset about that. And I'm gonna tell you why. And a part of the reason why, particularly within the black community, where you see black children are being raised by mothers, single mothers, unwedded mothers. They make it that way because, you know why? Black women is the only group of women in America that are more religious than any other group. And so they teach their children to be passive, right? So, for example, like let's say, I talk about how when I read certain words or certain words are being said, they will use the police sirens or the car honking. So the word passive, every time that word is being said, I hear car honking. I hear, okay, he's the homeless team. I will, for example, if I'm reading, like I'm reading about speakers, right? So for example, you know, passive speakers, you know, every time I read, I'm not saying that, I'm reading it because the remote no monitor, right? As soon as I read the word passive, they will use the car honk to signal, yeah, you know, being passive and all this shit. But again, this is where they have us under oppression and treat us, particularly black people, the way that we do. And we see in history, no other group of people have been treated the way we've been treated that have just marched on the street. White people in America didn't do it, right? When they felt they were being overtaxed, they took up arms. In other countries, when their government is corrupt, murderous, they take up arms and overthrow the government. But I want you to understand how they create these technology, these weapons, to keep us in a passive state so they can continue to abuse us and oppress us. All right, I gotta get some change for the bus. Okay, so, all right, so that's one of the reasons. Okay, in terms of them separating and destroying the black family and having black women raise the majority of children, particularly boys, because they're going to teach their boys to be passive. Right? Now I read a post today on Facebook, and this woman asked, black woman asked, why are black men so passive, right? Again, same word. So I was going to reply and say because majority are raised by women, right? But this is the truth, you know. But I was like, you know what? I'm not going to get into it today with these people because obviously there's a disconnect, particularly within European women, in terms of what they expect from a man. But when the majority of them are raising boys, right, and these boys become men, they lack what it is that these women want. But they can never make the connection, okay? They can never make the connection to break the cycle, to break the programming, right? Because again, their fun is more important than raising healthy kids you know, strong kids, particularly strong males, you know. So that's what it is. But they have yet to realize this program that we're in, and it is a program. Okay, Dr. Francis Cress Wilson talks about the brain computer and how it can be programmed. And that's the one thing I know, being that I had to study what was happening to me and see exactly how I was programmed, right? And how they continue to try to program me again in certain ways. And this is why you see, again, you see it within the black community, right? Particularly around young black women, about 27% of them identify as lesbian or bisexual. Okay? How is it that within 2 decades, the majority of gay people in America are black? But yet, what they show you on television make it seem as if white people are the majority of people who have the largest number of gay people, gay, lesbians, transgender in their community, right? So again, we don't think about these things. See, we walk around here because they've created within us a selfish and extreme selfishness, an extreme sense of individuality, where we are not connected to each other anymore, right? Whether it be within our family, within our relationship, within our marriage. This is why 80% of divorces are filed by women in the black community is that high. Okay, as soon as you hit a little bump in the road, a rough patch, the women are ready to bail. And they don't understand that when they do that, the vast majority of them have the worst outcome afterwards. And they know it, but they're too damn shameful, prideful, not shameful, too damn prideful, egotistic, and narcissistic to even admit it. So they rather die by a dog and die alone, like Kevin Samuel says. That's what they rather do. So leave them be. That's what I'm doing. Anyway, my bus is here.